If you're like me, who's been feeling unmotivated and just considering on giving up, then maybe this is a reminder for you. Because it surely is a reminder for me. So, um, life's been normal. Going to uni, go to classes, do assessment, go to work, and everything. But deep down, I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing in some ways. Like, um, like I would spend the entire day and then I will be at like 6 in the afternoon, like at night, and feeling so tired and exhausted, and I just question everything. Like, what am I doing this for? Am I actually gonna become something, And it's not once or twice. Like, I've been feeling very deprived motivation wise for this past 3 months. Maybe not deprived, but it's been very difficult for me to be consistently motivated and just have positive thoughts about my actions that I believe will lead me to my goal. And there's not only like once or twice where I feel like, what if I just like leave it all and just be a bit ignorant about it. But it's difficult to do too, because I feel like I've created such an identity where it's not in the agenda to do such thing. So it's like a very confusing state that I think I'm in. And see, even talking about it right now is stressful. but but today I was in church, and this is nothing religious, because that's not what I'm going to talk about, but maybe it is a bit, I don't know. But I suddenly had a realization. I was thinking about giving up, but aren't I but aren't I like curious about what's going to happen if I don't give up? You know? Like isn't it interesting that there is a possibility of things actually going well? You know what I mean? Like, it's so easy for us to think about giving up when we're still in the midst of it, because we don't know what's coming next. We don't know what will happen. And but don't you actually, didn't you really want this? Like, you know what I mean? You must have had like a goal that you really want to achieve, and so you did all of these things. But now you're doing all of these things for that goal. Aren't you like, weren't you very obsessed with that goal before? You know? And I always, like, deep down, I know this, but again, in real life, it's so easy to get distracted and feel like, what's the point, That the struggle I'm facing right now to get to that goal is actually preparing me so that when I got that goal, I value it, and I am the more ready person to achieve that goal. But it's not an easy process, and hell yeah, process is very hard. And I I just feel like that's where we get lost in the middle of the process, and then whether we got lost where we felt like we don't know what we're doing because we forgot the purpose, or we don't want to remember the purpose, or we got bored. It's a really great point. So I just finished reading this one book that I know when you heard, it's gonna be probably, it's so boring, Bonnie, or like everybody reads that, or it's so generic, or it's overrated. I don't care. because I think it's a very good book. You can have your opinion. That's okay. It's Atomic Habits, and I think it's a very practical book. It kind of unfolds a few points that we heard every day, but in a more practical way, if that makes sense. Like, he said that actually the biggest enemy of success isn't failure, it's boredom. Because when we're working towards something as a success, we can get bored because repetitions can be boring, and sometimes and often the things that we, in order for us to achieve something, it takes repetitions in habits or in like in the steps in the process. And I understand that. It's so annoying because boredom isn't something that it's in you. But thankfully it's something that we can actually try to fight back. How? Different for every people. For every person it's different. And I think once we figure out how to manage our boredom is the time where we will become powerful enough, and every dream becomes a bit more visible. Yeah. I think this is also like a reminder for me that it's difficult, it's boring now, but hey, I'm still curious about what will happen, you know? So if you are in that same state too, just tell yourself every time you feel that way that, but aren't you curious what's on the other side of the door? Like, it could go well. I slipped. It could go very well. Who knows, right? It won't always go bad. Life isn't always on the other team. Like, who knows, right? And even if it doesn't happen the way you wish it to be, trust me, the process is what will you carry. The result of that process is what you will carry your entire life. And maybe who you were through because of that process is gonna be beneficial for you for another thing in the future. Yeah. Well, this is 20. Yeah. I think that's all. Like, that's what I was thinking about. So good luck to us going through the process, and don't forget to have fun.